dance!
Storm the front! Strike!
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock.
You're toast! You asked for it! Stop right there!
Try not to enjoy this too much. Come a little closer.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Here's backup! Ha, don't get too close!
Justice will prevail! Drop your weapons! Ha! Midnight Phantasmagoria! Ha!
Let's spark things up a little.
Supporting fire! Fire it up!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Hands where I can see them! Final warning!
Here's backup! Don't get too close!
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanichi! Fancy meeting you!
I'll get straight to the point.
Oh!
Chill, it's cool.
Once and for...
That's right.
To the Night Kingdom?
To his death.
Whoa, are you...
Too blunt? There is potentially a possibility.
That's what...
And that glory.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but he... yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King...
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance, to keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good.
Glad to hear it. There are still those who...
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. We covered the fire lighting. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the flame bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the abyss, and you seem to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? That's all you really need to know? The ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kanich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kanich, Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kanich, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this. why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response was, I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it.
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a house, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better?
Not at the After all, the abyss.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. The Mountain King's...
All right.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople. So that way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes...
Still sounds pretty great. And even if...
At least the two of... The tribe needs leaders like them far more than us. Can I take that to me?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even...
Great. Well, good luck to us.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Pony, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the abyss.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba,
Pony's saying nasty things about the mountain.
Once upon a time.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. As of today, our friendship is over. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. The Traveler is gonna...
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kanich.
Wait, speaking of Kanich...
Oh yeah, good question. We can get him to come, but if he...
Oh, we can't...
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All he said was that the Mount... Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kanich, and for Nana.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you. I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though what? Come on, let's move. Huh? What's going on over there? Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the turn.
Ooh, they're...
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh?
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire. This isn't what.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer...
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. What? It's funny.
You're...
Not bad, right?
Oh, very...
Well, the question is, the way things are going,
You look a little...
disappointed. Nah.
What's this?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient sword. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. Then, do you know how they met? It was deep in...
Really?
Who knows? Strangely enough,
Oh, does that...
you bet it does. But after all the Or... You look like you know your way around a fight.
If all you need to get...
Wait,
Come on!
Pyro Archon above. Of course it is.
Take it easy. Emotional support is important.
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
Great minds think alike.
Look alive! You can't run! Gotcha!
should be the last of them. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian, and whatever. We're not here to decipher it, just photograph it. That's a wrap! Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed?
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Hey, Ponche! Come and say hi to these guys.
Wait, are you the traveler?
Huh?
My nephew Toba.
Oh, so you're Toba. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two...
Really?
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book.
I spent on the word Mali,
It was an
and now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless...
See what I mean, Ponche?
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you. Hey! You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get... Oh, what's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it...
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right.
Although the Turnfire, this holds true. This appeared. You punky. Let me Do you truly? Well, it may.
What? When? When will that glorious day arrive?
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you?
Silence, maggot!
All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to heavenly thrones to worlds beyond. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending and you, great Kahul Ahau. Now, let me take a good look at you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished, well, not exactly.
Oh, really?
I think the key to all...
Ponche, you know as well as anyone.
You're right.
Yeah, I remember. Maybe you're the special case.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this
So, it began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but...
I'm sorry.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kanichi, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I can't.
Kanichi! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche,
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your...
sounds like you're not...
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
yet.
I think it's possible. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered.
What?
Of course not. We should help. It's the only practical... The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain.
Then let's break. You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so... Kanich, did...
Hey! No one gets...
Maybe because I've... Yeah.
Kanich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities!
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a how in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait. The rift hounds will tear through space to get to this. Once you'll find out soon enough. First... They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal.
Huh? Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you, but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently.
Don't be ridiculous.
There we have it. Change.
Sanka! Aha! So you're a glasses guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts.
That would explain a lot. What?
I'll pass.
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent
Haven't I told you before? I spend my time digging.
I investigated him. He's not, so I struck a deal with him.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping that would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you. Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst. There is no betrayal.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been...
What did you...
The abysmal disorder would...
Traveler?
Hey now, I could never... Do me a favor.
Darn! He got away again!
It's alright, he's not worth our time and energy.
If you say so...
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. Even the unripe fruit.
Well, of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption. Ugh.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard...
Such a...
Vulture! Vulture!
Let's pick this up another time. You should go back and get some rest.
Oh, yeah.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. See you tomorrow.
swear by my sword!
Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for many young people have heard.
Well, they won't have. We really hope.
Well, it's nearly time.
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past.
Don't worry about it. Getting this.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course. But every great fire starts as a tiny spark. We must take it one step at a time.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward. Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so, but
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute?
Very well. But make it quick. Let me know when you're done and we will begin the ceremony.
Let's step to the side.
Yeah, Elder Trinidad. What a surprise!
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame... See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated. You have to keep moving forward. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part. What about.
I'll be with you the whole way. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
How are you doing? I'm counting on. Bypassed fuel. My brothers and.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato.
Paimon can tell. He is huge.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King of abyssal filth.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich! What is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step back.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds?
No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish locust! Can't you see?
But
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna, and
can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. Okay, I see what this is. You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Elder Trinidad!
No! The Mountain King is waking up! He will cause even more casualties!
Everyone, out! Now!
Well, it seems there's only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made. Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
You can't run! Here comes the cash.
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. We can use those against him. My mistake.
You're dead meat! Walk along! Quietly now. Slow as flash! You can't run!
Yeah, that's it! Target acquired.
Oh, glory! Deadwood Blade! What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
pretty eventful day yesterday, huh?
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk-taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the Scions of the Canopy's adventurous spirit in action?
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell has formed around the Mountain King's body. It is somewhat akin to a scab, and we've never seen anything like it. I think their theory makes sense.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal energy?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far.
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking, because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire, and that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Oh, so that was the real Turnfire?
If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Judgment!
Hey, Kinich!
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you.
Sorry.
So you thought you tried?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power.
Kinich, when you went into the flames, were you intending to.
Intending to what? Sacrifice myself? But now I'm curious.
Well, and Ponche's.
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for.
Well, even if you.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then what price did he pay?
The core meaning of price is it's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and for the tribe. That's the price he paid.
All right.
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. But his attacks are gentler now and not as... Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss.
But we saw him come back to his senses yesterday.
That was merely one last burst.
Oh, come on! That's why he doesn't have...
Well...
Yeah, that's right.
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost out.
That's on him.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free. So promise me. For you?
So,
Yeah, everyone's happy except me.
Pony, it'll be okay.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't. Huh?
now hold your horses, kiddo. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last... All right, I'll just get to the point.
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. I believe you call it bungee jumping? It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me.
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, in the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Why does Uncle? But in the end, I made it through. And
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of times.
very smart, Hoonie, but not quite smart enough. What I'm trying, she's right behind.
Another trick about not turning back?